Well, first of all, please excuse my absence. Today is the 26th of January, and Happy New Year actually, because I haven't filmed anything this year truck related. It's been awfully quiet in January, but it always was quiet in January, especially for an agency driver like me. Got a few offers here and there to work, but to be honest, wasn't great. Money not too promising, and I was working on a van. There were a couple of weeks where the weather was okay-ish. So if you don't know, I'm converting a Sprinter van into a camper van. So I've been working on that, and finally, I think my bank accounts were shouting at me, "What the hell are you doing? You're not getting any income. Go to work." So is my wife, I think. So anyway, here we are, the road to Scotland, and God is beautiful. I just absolutely love this area right here. I think we are, I don't know, around Candle or further north. Anyway, going up north has always been one of my favorite trips, to be honest. Mostly because of the scenery, because just take a look at this. Except for this motorway and not too many vehicles, all you can see is God's creations. Got mountains, hilltops, lakes, trees, lush green fields. Is just absolutely breathtaking. No matter the weather, either it's sunny, either it's snowy, even if it's rainy, even if it's foggy, it's absolutely fantastic. I love it. But most important is that there's no traffic. Look at that. Just look at that. Even if I'm driving about 4 hours and 20 minutes to get to my delivery point, I'm going on a bay, taking a break, and coming back, and that's it. Now, I know that at some point it's gonna get boring, but this is only my third day doing this, but I just can't get enough looking at that mountain right there. Do you know what I mean? At the moment, I absolutely love it. Just look at that view. Oh God. Oh man, I can't wait to finish the van. And actually, I don't know if you can climb right here on those hilltops, or if there are, but it should be lots of nice places to visit around here. Probably most of them in the summer. It's not that cold now, actually. It's 8 degrees, and when I left Liverpool there were 9 degrees, so I don't think it's that cold. Of course, might be colder right there at the top, but just look at that view with the clouds going over the mountain. Oh, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Look at that. And I don't know how many of you have been like in the northern Scotland. I've been there, I think 2 years ago, and it's like scenery like this, but for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles. I don't know, but Scotland is something else. Wales as well. I think the first trips I'm gonna take with my van will be in Wales, because it's very close to me. I'm only about 1 hour, 1.5 hours to, of course, northern Wales. I've been to many places, because I've been to the World Rally Championship actually in 2019, I believe, something like that, and it was just stunning. But Scotland has something else. I don't know what, but it's absolutely breathtaking. So yeah, anyway, I'm back at this company. Actually, I've been working for these guys last year as well, but then I was doing chilled distribution or something like that. So I'm familiar with the company. Guys are okay, trucks are decent. Today I'm in this Mercedes, but until yesterday I was on the Scania. Now I think it has to be serviced, so that's why I'm in the Merc. Doesn't matter. I mean, of course I prefer the Scania, especially on these long drives, because that's the truck you want to be on the long drive. Trust me, it's nothing compared to this Mercedes. Much more quiet. The seat position is just perfect. But yeah, today we are in this Actros, which is not bad. God, I love it here. This river going down there and all these hills, just fantastic. So yeah, the job I'm doing, it's pretty easy, pretty boring. I'm driving to Eurocentral in Scotland, about 4 hours and 20 minutes, 4 hours and 15 minutes, something like that. I mean, I've been only doing this is the third day. I got no traffic nowhere, bit of road works right here, but I mean, that's nothing. And I'm back in on the bay with a double-decker. I'm going back to the yard, and that's it. Easy peasy. Yeah, a lot of driving. But I mean, you can't have it all, don't you? Because I've been told you in the last videos, I mean, you've seen store deliveries, distribution and all that. I mean, that's not easy, but time flies in a different pace when you're doing like all kinds of deliveries and all kinds of other things. When you're just gonna drive for 4.5 hours, you take a look at that tacho and just press OK if you have an overspeed. You're just gonna look at that tacho. I've got 1 hour and 53 minutes, and I know I'm still gonna have 2 hours and 20 minutes to drive. Do you know what I mean? It's a long way up, and it's a long way down as well. But at the moment, I'm enjoying it. I believe at the moment this is the right job for me. That's what I've accepted it. That's why I'm here. I've really missed these long runs. Do you know what I mean? I think this is actually the essence of being a truck driver. Just going on long distances. Yeah, you have to take care of your health. You have to take care of what you eat. Obviously I don't, but I'm trying to. Yeah, once I get there, I just put it on the bay, have a break. It takes about 1 hour to tip this double-decker, and that's it. We're coming back. 4 hours and 23 minutes. Scania was faster. It's about 7 minutes yesterday anyway. Oh, my back is killing me. So uncomfortable. I have to find a position with this chair. I don't know how and when and whom. Another video that I'm praising Scania. Well, it's the truth. Right. That took a while. Exactly 2 hours and 4 minutes. Why am I not moving? Because I don't have air. Come on, Mr. Mercedes. Are you a dove in disguise? Yeah, a bit too longer than usual. 2 hours. But it is what it is. Empty. Let's see if it's in on equalization. All right, back to Liverpool. 5 o'clock traffic. Not ideal to be around here, but I'm just going on the M74. Also, the wind has started to pick up. Don't know if you can hear it. What's wrong with my signal turn? Don't know why it does that. Look at this guy. Fucking hell, man. Fucking hell. He was already on the grass. Go on. French reg. Might be Romanian. Yeah, I don't know why the truck sees a blown bulb, but I've checked them and they all work. It's very interesting. We've got lights all over, but when I'm signaling left, it sees that somewhere a blown bulb. It's that's why he's blinking so fast. But it's strange because they all work. I mean, it's a Mercedes after all. Good morning from Thursday morning and the 4th consecutive day of these Scotland runs. Absolutely gorgeous weather today. Not a cloud in the sky. I think it's the perfect weather to go to Scotland, but I'm not saying anything because I'm pretty sure that the weather will change. Usually you have 4 to 6 seasons on these runs. my start time usually it's 10 o'clock, but sometimes it can be 9 o'clock, sometimes even later. But 10 o'clock is decent. That will mean that I'm gonna finish around 9 o'clock tonight, which is okay. Got no fuel. I'll have to refuel on my way up, but I'm not gonna refuel the second time on my way back, because fuck that. One refueling, it's enough. The night man should have refueled. He didn't. He will refuel tonight. That's that. I'm back in the mug. I didn't get the Scania because it's still getting serviced. But this is a different mug, so same shit actually. So yeah, let's go. 4th day up to Scotland. That someone asked me about the fueling procedures if you don't have a pump in your yard. So basically, just stop at your favorite pump or wherever you have to stop. Write down the mileage, because you will need that. Where's my hat? You will need the mileage and your reg. But first you have to take the card into the counter and let them know which pump you want to use. So apparently you are not allowed to film while you're getting fuel. I don't know how the guy saw me, but I was just about to stick it in, I mean the fuel pump in the gas tank, and the guy at the counter began screaming at the radio, "You are not allowed to use electronic devices." I was like, fucking hell, I didn't know that GoPros are well known for flying sparks all around or catching fire and all that. I mean, I don't think a lot of people know this, but you can actually throw a match or a cigarette or whatever you want in a diesel tank, and do you know what's gonna happen? Nothing. Because it's not as combustible as gasoline or as petrol. Yeah, health and safety gone mad. Yeah, anyway, I usually prefer to fuel up at Moto petrol station because you get vouchers. So right now I think I've fueled about 400 liters, 450 liters, something like that, and I got a voucher of £2 or 1.5. Anyway, I got a bunch of them now, and you can use those vouchers at either at Greg's or inside the services or whatever. So yeah, that's good to know. I didn't knew that, but I think you can only get those vouchers at filling up at motor services. But the diesel prices, I mean, oh my god, 1.7 on the motorway at the services. 1.7. That's what? Almost £2. Almost £2. That's a lot. I mean, they have to make up for all that losses during COVID when nobody fueled up. And the barrel of oil actually went below zero. They were just giving it away. Now they have to recuperate those losses. Yeah, anyway. Man, this truck is slow. I mean, I think I've overtaken just one truck. Everybody's overtaking me. I don't know how fast am I really going because I don't have the sat nav. But I would say I'm going actually maybe 54 miles an hour, even though it says 56, but it's really, really slow. I don't think I'm as heavy as yesterday, because yesterday I was really, really struggling up hills. Now it's just okay, but it's still a mug, not known for a lot of power and really pulling up hills. But it's loud. It's really, really loud and uncomfortable. My ass feels like I'm sitting on sandpaper. But maybe because I'm having jeans on, maybe that could be a problem. But anyway, much more uncomfortable than the Scania. I'm gonna let this guy go in now. Go on. Four hours and 24 minutes. I think that's worse than yesterday. Can't remember, but it was very similar anyway. Oh, it felt really slow today. This truck is just not pulling not pulling anything. Anyway, time for lunch. Today I've got lasagna. Lunch, feed up, and hopefully it won't take more than 1 hour. Yesterday was 2 hours, right? Hopefully today will be quicker, but you never know. It's not up to me, it's up to them. So I'm gonna enjoy my lunch and I'll see you once I'm getting out of here. Bloody hell! Oh, Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, 3 hours. 3 hours because I didn't have, I mean, because I didn't have power for the double decker. So my socket, my Anderson lead socket, is not working. And I had to wait for another truck, then I had to wait for another cable and all that. Finally, we got it. And now I'm going in. Mary? Now we are making a convoy, just me and a friend of mine, who started 2 hours later than me, doing the same run. We need anything? Or? So we're making a convoy, heading back to Liverpool, and I shall see you in just 1 second when it will be Friday. Well, finally a proper truck to go to Scotland. We are just performing a drop and swap. I just want to check that. It's all right. Don't want to drop it too hard. Doing a coupling and decoupling, actually just a coupling with you, because just remembered on this video I haven't done one. So we are doing a coupling. I did make sure that the brake is on the trailer, lowering the suspension. Raising the suspension a little bit, and I think we will have to do a split coupling. That means that I don't have enough room to do the connections after I'm connected, so I'm gonna do the connections now. Make sure the brake is on. I will have enough room because they are right over here, so I can reverse under it. That's fine. Because of the size of the refrigerator, sometimes you don't have enough room to get into that tight spot. Okay, put it on equalizer. And the connections. Enough room in case I need to push them really hard. Release the brakes, release the Kraken. I've checked the tires before, so I'm just gonna check the lights now. All the lights seems to be working. Lights, 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 lights. Blow job 68 EOM. Now this is, we are loaded with apples, so it's gonna be really heavy, really heavy, this one. All right, do the rest of the checks and off we go. yeah, now we are rolling. I'm telling you, the second I've seen the Scania in the yard, I knew at the spot that I'm gonna have a great day. I don't care if I'm gonna be delayed. I don't care. I don't care about anything. I'm just happy. I'm smiling. The sun is shining, even though it's not, obviously. But it's shining on my street. You know what I mean? Makes such a huge difference to be in a nice truck for 10, 11 hours a day. Especially if you're gonna drive for 9 hours, makes an absolute huge difference. It's such a nice place to be in, the Scania, comparing it of course to the Mercedes. I'm relaxed. It's quiet. Everything is quiet except for a little bit of wind coming in from this window. Maybe I think a trim is missing or something. But it's nice. I'm relaxed. It's like I'm in a spa. No, really. It's that more relaxing. The heater is working brilliantly. Got 22 degrees. Just set it, put it on auto, and forget about it. Last night, coming back with that Merc, if I was setting it on 19 degrees, it was cold. If I was setting it to 20 degrees, it was hot. I mean, something obviously doesn't work. I think that's why we all love these good trucks. You know what I mean? Makes a difference to get home relaxed, not tired, without your ass hurting or your back hurting. You don't struggle to keep it on the road. Just very smooth, very quiet. I love it. God damn, I love it. And I love this area as well. Take a look at that. Just fantastic. If there ever was a truck made for this long runs to Scotland, this has to be it. The Scania. I think that 90% of the trucks that are coming to Scotland are all Scanias. And the funny thing is that the pimped ones, like with all the lights and the bull bars and all that, actually salute each other. So that guy in front of me has a really cool red Scania, and I've seen others pimped out Scanias coming in the other way, and they flash the lights at each other. I mean, some say that's gay or whatever, that's stupid, but I think it's fucking cool. So they actually salute each other, the pimped out Scanias. That's nice. And during the night, the cattlemen catch you up, going down south. So the trucks with livestock, right? For some reason, I don't know why, they only appear like they doing, I don't know, 58, 60 miles an hour all the time. They just look like it. I'm not saying they are, but I mean, some of the trucks with all the lights during the night, it's absolutely a show on wheels. And don't get me wrong, if you are a bit passionate about this stuff, you have to love it, right? Some say, oh, that's gay, you have the cowboy hat on the Scania, you have the lights, you have the bulb bar. But I don't think that's true. I think it's really nice to be passionate about that stuff. That really is 100% passion. Well, welcome to Scotland, where obviously we've got a yellow warning of high winds, and that's just what I want when I'm pulling fully loaded double-decker trailer. And the thing is, I forgot my toilet paper in case I shit myself, because some of the raffles of wind are just, oh my god, not funny. See, where there are trees, it's fine, but there are spots where there are no trees and the wind just keeps, it's like someone's blowing all of a sudden, and that's not so funny. Now I think I'm okay because I'm fully loaded, I'm really heavy. Don't think I've got too much risk of getting tipped, but when I come back, if the winds will pick up even more, I might be into a little bit of trouble. But anyway, I think it's much safer to roll over in a Scania than in a Merc, right? So we should be fine. Oh, we got some fog as well. Isn't that nice? It's gonna be more fun here when we're gonna come back during the night. But anyway, what I wanted to tell you as a long distance driver, especially when you're gonna stay 9 hours behind the wheel, I mean, you might get bored. And what I do to pass some of that boredom, sometimes yellow warning, high winds forecast. Great. So what I do to make the time pass more easier maybe is sometimes I listen to music. When I'm gonna listen to music, it's gonna be probably something like this. That's some classic Romanian hip-hop, old school. Old school, baby. Yeah, it's either gonna be some rock or some hip-hop or something similar to that. Depends on the mood, depends on the mood really. But most of the times I am putting on a podcast, mostly from Joe Rogan, which is actually my favorite. And you've got that's what I like about Joe Rogan. I think he has like 1,600 podcasts or over 1,600. A lot of podcasts to choose from. And he has all kinds of guests, like, I don't know, doctors, politicians, comedians, generals, pilots, all kinds of really interesting people. And what you're witnessing, that's why I like that format, because you actually are listening to a very interesting conversation. And one of my favorites, I remember that there was a fighter pilot, I think, well, I don't know if it was a general or whatever. Anyway, an F-16 US Navy fighter pilot. And he actually, this guy was the guy who filmed the Tic Tac UFO. I don't know if you know, not TikTok, no, Tic Tac, like the candy mints. So if you don't know about the Tic Tac, basically, I can't remember the year, but I think it was released, this footage was released in 2018 or something like that. Basically, a F-16 fighter pilot, so this guy, which was invited to the podcast, he was chasing a unidentified flying object, right? Doing some crazy speeds, and I'm sure you've seen it because it's all over the place. Just search for it on YouTube, the Tic Tac UFO. So this guy has actually chased that UFO, right? And he was like, you know what, I don't believe in aliens, I don't believe in UFOs and all that, but what I can say, unlike some other people, that I've actually chased an UFO, because it was an unidentified flying object. And he was saying that when he was training, they used to go in the desert to make all kinds of maneuvers and all that. And in the desert in the United States, there were like hotspots where UFO enthusiasts get together to build campfires during the night and then just look up in the sky, and maybe they will see something, they will catch it on tape or whatever. So what these guys were doing, the Navy pilots, they could see the campfires for hundreds of miles ahead, because they had like all these kinds of fancy night vision stuff. And anyway, they knew where the hotspots are. So what they used to do is they used to fly really low on the desert, and then all of a sudden, just before they reach those fireplaces, those camps, they used to turn on the lights of the fighter jets and make all kinds of maneuvers, going up and down, or they used to put on the afterburners to make all kinds of strange sounds and noises and all kinds of lights going up and down and up and down. And then you would actually see those images on the internet as a UFO sighting, but actually there was the fighter pilots who were doing this, who were just mocking those UFO enthusiasts. I mean, fucking hell, these are the stories that you don't hear anywhere else. That's what I love about Joe Rogan's podcast, because a lot of interesting people are going there and telling all kinds of stories, and I believe that maybe 90% of them are true. Do you know what I mean? Because that's just my opinion. I know that he's very controversial even about the vaccines and all that, but I like to fill up my time listening to all kinds of opinions. Another podcast that I'm enjoying every week, it's just another trucking podcast. It's you know, Tom, maybe, from Except for Access, and his friend Chris. They are funny as hell. They really crack me up. And if you haven't listened, because I was invited to one of their podcasts, even though I was completely rubbish, because I went unprepared. I froze a couple of times because I was nervous. But anyway, I'm gonna drop a link into the description if you want to check their podcast out. I don't know how many they've got so far. Got no idea, 30, 40, but those guys are really funny. I'm definitely recommending them. Check them out and tell me what you think. So yeah, well, I've got podcasts, I've got some music, but I have some days not like this, because right now I'm in a very good mood, and once I turn off the camera, I'm gonna crack that song open again on maximum, because oh man, the sound in the Scania, the speakers and the stereo and all that, it's just fantastic. So yeah, as I was saying, I've got days when I'm not listening to anything, like really. I don't know if yesterday or the day before yesterday, I haven't listened to anything. It was I have couple of those days, maybe 1 or 2 a week, when I just don't want to listen to anything except for my own thoughts. And I'm trying to, I don't know, I'm just thinking, I'm constantly thinking. I'm thinking about the van build, I'm thinking about all kinds of things that I have to put in place in my life. I'm just thinking, and I like to think. I really like to sit, just be quiet, don't talk to anyone, just think. Just me, myself, and my thoughts. Just gathering my thoughts. So 4 hours and 9 minutes later, here we are, Euro Central. So not only faster than the Mercedes, I'm going through almost. Not only faster than the Mercedes, I think more economical as well. because I didn't help her at all going up the hills. I didn't put it in manual, I just let it do its thing. And also I let her do the eco rolls, the eye rolls. Basically what that is so the truck knows every second on which road it is, and also knows the incline, or it knows basically that after this hill it will have a we will have a slope, and it cuts off the engine just before the peak of the hill, cuts off the engine, goes into neutral, and then just let it roll over the hill much more economically. So I let her do all of that, and still faster than the Mercedes. So Mr. Bossman, if you're seeing this, get more Scanias. Bloody hell, a lot of trucks today, huh? But I think I have a bay. Hopefully I have a bay. Alright, let's see what's what. Yeah, we do have a bay. The fridge is sounding funny. I think. We've got automatic brakes on the trailer, which is great. Not. Alright, let's just open it up. Apple's still here, still standing. I have a feeling that it ran out of diesel. I have a feeling. pressing these stupid automatic brakes. Okay, now just pull a little bit forward and go and raise the trailer. Look at that, perfect. Lift it all the way. What are you doing? Huh. I have to fix this one, man. Just like that. Right. All done then. Time for a break. Right. So we come almost at the end of our journey. I'm gonna end the video because GoPros are known for a lot of things, even catching fire or flying sparks out of them, but they are not known for night vision. This week I've done the maths and I've done 3,500 kilometers. In miles, that is 2,100 and roughly 74 miles. A lot of miles and a bit much more of a kilometers. So conclusions, do I like it? I have to say yes, but especially when you're gonna be in a comfortable truck and a good, reliable, comfortable truck. It's very important because you don't feel as tired as in a bad truck when you're just trying to hang on of the steering wheel. Much better, much comfortable in the good old Scania. Probably I'm gonna do this for a while. I don't know how long, to be honest. There are some downsides. The downside at the moment is the start time for me, because 9:30, 10 o'clock starts. I might say that okay, but I haven't seen my kid this week almost at all. That might be a downside. I'm not gonna do weekends because I need to make up for the time being away. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be away like all the time. It's not good for your wife or for your mental health. That's why I don't tramp unless it's absolutely necessary. The money could be better. It's decent, but it can be a bit better. The job is easy, a lot of driving, but as I've said, at the moment I'm fine with it. I would rather do this than store deliveries. As you might know from the last store deliveries I've done, I'm not even going shopping at that supermarket ever again. As I've said, I've lost the whole interest of being a truck driver, doing those store deliveries. I absolutely hated it, and this right now I think it's good for me. It's good for my mental health. It's good for, but it feels good to do this. It feels good to be like proper long distance in it, like chewing the miles up. Coming into Scotland was always been a pleasure for me, and hopefully will still be. I don't know how long, because of course at some times it's gonna get boring, but at the minute, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching this, and I shall see you next time. Bye.